in our session. All right. So thank you so much for joining this stock related basics for everyone session. And please confirm that you are okay to have this session in English and Hindi also. In between, I can speak even Hindi also. I can speak multiple languages, but English and Hindi we can stick to that. So please confirm if that is fine with you, or either you want in English only or Hindi only. I'm absolutely fine. So please confirm once. You can chat on the window, say yes, yeah, that is also fine, or give a reaction. Okay, good, great. So I got anything is fine. So that's great. Just confirm like my screen is visible to you. My voice is audible for everybody. So just confirm once. Yes, no. Oh, great. Thank you. So first of all, I would like to give you the sense that this is not something which is like something wherein we we are selling something. No, we are not selling something. We are not selling anything. Okay. Uh, but this is something which is like awareness, which uh, I started this journey 7, 8 years back. I spent more than 23 years in IT, worked with very multinational, local, even India-based companies. And what I found is, even though we are good at solving problems for others at our office, at our company level, or even at home also, however, the problem statement lies as we are living our life with some kind of a debt, some kind of a loans. And that's where we need to think very seriously that we need to plan our life also accordingly. Because you can earn money whenever you want, but I think the most important thing is time. Your money has value in this time only. Because if you honestly ask me, if I have 1 crore right now, what I'm going to do today? And if the same statement, if I have 1 crore after 3 years, what am I going to do? So answer is like the value of that 1 crore today is really, really means to someone, right? But after 3 years, nobody knows about like the same thing you cannot buy. Take an example of a flat. Today, if you want to buy flat, land, or whatever those kind of assets, it will need that money right away. Then only you can buy. After 3 years, the same flat or land, you'll have to pay at least 3 to 5 times more. Okay, so that's where you need to understand that time is very, very important. Time is very, very important, and money also goes along with it. So that is something, the first lesson we need to learn, understand is that पैसा बहुत important है, but पैसे का value वो time के साथ ही मिलेगा. Okay, you cannot basically if even you are earning right now, I had never seen a person who is working in the office and he became a rich. No, he is living rich life till he is earning. So that is like in our case, like in corporate world, most of the time you will see people are working till they're 50 or at the max 55 or 60 even. But in government, it's a similar way it works. But I had never seen a person who became a rich or wealthy person while doing a job. Okay, and that's where you need to think and take a control of your money as well as your time. That is what the message I want to pass on. And I learned this very hard way, but I want to pass this message very soft way to everybody. Okay. So now this whatever investment things or some securities, something which I am going to use it for our learning purpose. as I'm mentioning, this is learning purpose. That don't consider that as like some kind of investment advice or some recommendation tips for your investment journey. Okay, it is purely your basically I'm conducting this session for the educational purpose. I am not making money out of it. Neither I am like recommending any to buy or sell anything using this. And you know, this investment thing, wherever you see, it's risky affair. You need to take a knowledge out of it first, try it on a small quantity or small way, and then use it for the bigger one. That is how it works. And there are lots of things around it. Okay, so don't consider this as like any kind of investment advice. Hope everybody agree to that. Now, one thing which I would like to tell you is like, this is our India's Nifty 50 index. Now, what is Nifty 50 index? Nifty 50 index is like, it's a stock market related major 50 companies, top 50 companies of India are listed into that, and then their average and some calculations, some weightage been added to it. And Nifty 50 bin is a like an index been calculated every day, and that defines that how our Indian market is performing. Same way there is a Sensex. Sensex contains your odd 20-30 companies, and their average performance shows your performance of the that 20-30 companies or even India's performance. So look at the idea behind to show this is, look at the market here. Do here like a blue line is dark blue line is our India. So this blue is India. This is US. Okay, this is like a Nasdaq. This is India, and the rest of the other indices which I have added. So look at the price here, which started with some price and the percentage which grew basically after every 5 years. If you see, it is like almost 3 times. It is like moving minimum. So when it comes to index, it's like a barometer of Indian economics that also can be considered. And look at this, like it's a bullish market in 2023, and then government policies, those are supporting. So your market is basically going and giving returns in this. This is like a returns and the years. So look at this, these returns. If somebody would have invested somewhere here in 2017 also, so that is like somewhere around 120 or 25 odd, and today is like a 250 or even beyond that. Right now I have a graph of up to 2020, but look at this, how market is basically growing. This is 2023, and 2024 has again moved way up. Okay. So idea is like, or what I want to tell you is, market is growing globally. It's not just India specific. Global investors coming to India, they are investing into India, and that's where Indian market is like heading right now. And this Nifty 50 is an index. Index is a combination of 50 stock, which is showing the how Indian market is performing. Now, as I mentioned, if you are working job, you're doing job, then it is really hard to make money. And you, as I mentioned, like the being into job, you cannot be a rich person forever or wealthiest person. Why? Because of you're earning money, you're spending money, so you don't have a power even. Okay, and at the same time there are lots of liabilities which we are carrying around, like our loans, which will keep you busy to work and forever. By the way, if you don't try to find out the way where to invest your money, where to make money, I think we need to work till we die. Okay, this is what like the saying, which is very true, and I had seen people like that. What are going we are going to conduct or conclude or take into our consideration while this session. what are the brands, what are the companies, what is the stock market, why these stocks, why we need to do a trading or investing, what is inflation cycle, what is economic cycle, and then interest rate, what we should expect from the stock market, and then how you basically start your competency around or learning towards the stock market, and what would be the other outcomes from stock market. And then I'll give something which is like, it's as I mentioned, it is not something which I want to sell, but those who wants to basically go through the really that may be important in your life to learn and earn. That is something which I have. So that I'll show at the end. All right, to start with, who am I? So I am basically based out of Pune. My name is Pawan Dikonkar, 23 years of experience into IT infrastructure area, specifically cloud, DevOps, and security. I have a MS in information technology and cybersecurity, MBA, PGDBM in finance, LLB in cyber law, and then whatnot. Work with multiple companies, multinational companies, CMM level companies like Zimra, Yahoo, Symantec, Siemens, and even startup companies also. Then way back in 2018, I started open source community in India. It is like we have 4 chapters across the globe right now, across India right now. One has started recently in US also, and specifically in finance, I have last 7 years of experience into this areas. Okay, I had 2 companies. I'm acting as investors also for an advisor for a couple of smaller companies also. So you must be asking, what is my current forte is. So I'm acting as like advisor consultant for multiple companies. I stopped working after 2022. Number one. Number two, 7 years. Why from IT to finance? So the reason is like the previous slide. This is the reason of doing everything. Okay, and then these are my few coordinates wherein you can reach out to me, WhatsApp number, and then email address. All right, what is Open Source Circle? Why we started this? This is something which is like we thought of like giving something back to the society, and then in the technology area. So we do support like a startup companies and all, so that they should be able to understand the information technology which can be leveraged using open source. So we are more or less promoter of open source and cost-effective solutions we are giving, and it's a community. We don't hire anybody. Community is like people like you coming together. We are supporting small organizations. So wherein we provide like consulting, sales, services in IT area. This is nothing to do with the finance. Okay, we give a internship, we have a certifications, we are running some boot camps and all. So this is what the main idea behind starting this session also, to reach out to people, those who wants to learn in financial domain, wherein they want to take a control of their finances, investment, and then they basically wants to make like the overall this. If you talk about this is like something which gives the happiness. So even if you work for some company, your work and the money, I think that too divides you. So and that is something the happiness comes, and this involves everything, right? So we thought let's give it back to the society and share this information. So let's do the very simple thing is like where people are putting their money. So they're most of the time people are putting their money into, they are keeping as a cash. They are buying cars, electronics, some watches, and some other things which are really depreciating assets. Or most of the time, those are not even assets; those are liabilities. Okay, but something which you invest into gold or some kind of like commodity, it is appreciating over the period of a time. And Same way, if you talk about, let's say, your factory, your equipment, like if you have a farming and all, and then you're putting your money in there, and if you want that money back, I think this is really difficult to take out also. This is like asset, but which is appreciating, but when you want that money back, I think this is really, really highly impossible to get that back. Okay, if you buy a land somewhere outskirt, and if you buy a land, I think that time it is very expensive. But when you try to sell, it would be really difficult unless it is at very premium location. Okay, but this is something which this quadrant is really important. This knowledge, funds, real estate, stocks, these are something which is like a wealth builder, which I call. Definitely, this can give you a good return, but that cannot beat the inflation. Now we need to talk about inflation also. Okay, let's see how most of the time people are putting their money, where they are putting. I see 70 to 80% people are putting their money into this areas only. That's it. So that is like a safe. They are putting into bank. They are keeping into the fixed deposit or recurring deposit or real estate or some kind of a, what do you call, the gold or somewhere. That's it. Nothing else. They don't know, or even they don't know, they don't believe. So this is like very common way people are putting their money and keeping. So that will not help you for your at the age of retirement. Okay. So when I asked like a person who is like a 23-year-old who just got a job, I asked him like, what is your money criteria or what is your plan for the money and all? So nothing. There is no plan at all. There is no plan at all. Literally no plan. Okay. So that's where I think there are phases we need to think and learn. Okay, it is not one day job. You need to train and you need to take into the consideration. All right, I think let's get started with this. So these are the, I think, brand which Dove, as I think many people are using as a brand. Now, tell me, looking at this Dove brand, which company owns? You can type the answer in chat box. I will wait for a couple of seconds. So Dove brand, Dove is so many people are using. Which brand, which company basically owns Dove brand? Either Unilever or P&G. So please type your answer in the chat box. Okay. So this is interesting. Okay. And so I'm like recording all the messages, the answers which you are basically typing right away. Okay, so Dove brand, Unilever, and P&G. So I got a good answers about the Unilever. All right. Now, what about the parachute? Who owns the parachute? Either Dabur or Marico. Everybody is using parachute oil. So just I would like to know, parachute, this particular brand owned by which company? Okay, good. I got a good decent answers that Marico, most of the people have responded. Okay, let's talk about now Saffola Gold. It's oil, and which brand basically, this particular brand owned by which company? Dabur, Marico again. I know it is difficult because I believe most of the people in Pune or Mumbai, they are using specific brand, that is a Gemini. I did a survey a couple of years back and I found that people are using Gemini oil. Any answer? Any guess? If you don't know even. Saffola brand. Okay, Complan. I think everybody from their childhood, they might have consumed the Complan also. Which company owns the Complan brand? P&G, Zydus? Okay. All right, I got answers like a Zydus. Most of the people have responded as a Zydus. Okay, so these are the products, those are the brands and companies, those day in, day out, we are using it in our home. Okay, when it comes to rice, we are having a Dawat Basmati rice. Everest, all masalas are coming from here, spices and all. Amul, that is right from the ice cream, your butter, your milk, everything coming from there. Okay, Dabur is like Chyawanprash. You talk about Cadbury, right? There is so many brands, Parley, okay, Lay's, Nestle, lots of brands are there, and from since morning till evening you are consuming or you're using it in some or other ways. Okay, so this is what the companies are and brands are, and why I'm showing this particular section, because of stock market. When you say, many people, when I ask question, are you are you a part of a stock market, they said no, but you are a part of a stock market, because when you buy a particular brand, you consume it, it means you are indirectly supporting to that company, their assets, their what you call production and everything, and that company going to become a next level of a bigger company. Okay, so directly, indirectly, everybody is connected to stock market, because you are using Colgate, somebody is using Gillette, somebody is using Amul milk, somebody is using Britannia biscuits. So we are doing like a consumption. It's yeah, we have an occupation. Many people are like selling that as a shop seller. Somebody has aspirations to basically start something like that, and then they are making competitive products also. So that's where you are a part of stock market indirectly, directly. Okay. Now, what is this like your companies? So let me quickly give you the answers to your questions before going further. Yeah, Dove brand owned by Unilever, Hindustan Unilever. Then your Marico owns your Parachute. Saffola, that is owned by, again, Marico Industries. And then Complan, owned by Zydus Cadila. So these brands, we are using it, and when we buy it means we are investing into company, but that investment, you're not basically doing it through you're buying only. You are not getting any, what you call, the benefit out of it, except the consumption. That's it, you're buying it. So that's where I think companies basically, what companies are doing, companies are having a brands, and brands are basically that we consume, and company basically earns profit out of it, and that's where company wants money also to grow up. Every company need money, and that money can come from majorly four sources. One is like they can take a bank loan, the way we take loan from the bank. Number two, they can get from investors. Number three, private equities, or even they can have their own funds. Like within the family, they can ask money, or friends, they can do. And fourth option is they can go public. They can make this private limited company into public limited company. That means they will, this is like a 200 crore company. They will convert this 200 crore into shares, and they will give the shares or stocks to the public. So public will invest into this stock market, via stock market, into that company. When the company earns money, they get money to the shareholders. So that is how it works. Shares and stocks are same. So economic cycle, how economic work in every country. So household and consumers, that is something which we do. There are businesses and government. So they have their own roles to play when it comes to business cycle to run. And this runs in a different, means same way in all the countries. It's not something different. That depends on interest rate, many things, which goods been produced, utilize, and they will basically speculate or the calculate the how much basically the interest rate will be for specific areas or sectors also, and accordingly government basically decides, RBI decides the interest rate and whatnot, right? So this is like, I don't want to get like detail into the economic cycle as a like economist here, but economy is something which is governed and monitored and managed by government, depending on how consumers are like consuming the product and how demand and supply is available, and then businesses also how they are running their business, how they are getting their basically the returns. So that is something which is economic cycle which is being followed everywhere. But how to identify whether our India market is doing good or bad? So that is like, if you see the stock market, this is a real barometer of the business in India, how Indian economy is doing. If you want to check the stock market index, that is Nifty 50 or Sensex, that will show you how Indian market is performing right now. Okay. So this is like a liquidity cycle. I don't want to go deeper into that. This will be a, first of all, very micro and macro level of economics. When there is like huge demand, so price will soar. There is a huge supply, price will come down. This is very simple way which has been used everywhere. I'll give an example. If you go to market and there are 10 apple sellers are sitting, and they are, if you ask them and what is like a per kg apple, so 10 will have their 10 different maybe the pricing, but depending on the quality and your requirement, you will choose and you will bargain also. Similarly, in the stock market also, or even the government also will work. Demand and supply plays a very pivotal role to manage economy. If people are buying at a very means currently this interest rate is like somewhere around 6, 7, 8%, which you get on FD, and then exactly double than that rate is your like a personal loan or even home loan and all. When there is an interest rate is less, people will buy more. When there is an interest rate high, there people will basically will not buy things. So that is what the economy cycle works, and that's where government and businesses will play a huge role to adjust that. Okay, and that is something which we talk about the interest rate. Interest rate, because when you are earning your money, that is today's your 1 lakh will not be the same as 1 lakh after 1 year. Its pricing will go down. That is called as future value. If you take an example of like today, you are spending your 20,000 a month for your home expenses. Next year, instead of 20, 25, you need to pay 30, 35 even. Why? Because of the inflation. The rates are changing every day. It will not go down, it will go up. If you're buying something, you need to pay more while buying the same thing next year. Okay, so that is something very near to your interest rate, because inflation is something which is eating or sitting on your money, which will take your money's value down. Take an example. If you are giving me 1 lakh today, and if I give you that 1 lakh back by, let's say, next year, will it be the same value? No, absolutely not. Because if I keep this same money in my fixed deposit, I'll be getting 7% somewhere. That is the highest which I get. So, but what is the like inflation rate? As per the government data, it's a 6%. But to be honest, I'll tell you, it is not 6%, because there are so many indirect taxes which we pay. It is more than 7-8%. It means 7% you're keeping in like fixed deposit for the fixed deposit, but inflation is more than 7%. It means your fixed deposit is not serving the purpose to give you the justice to your saved money also. Okay, that will be same. Like today you have 1 lakh, after 1 year also you will have a 1 lakh with the 7,000 rupees plus, nothing else. So that's where I think the stock market will give you something better than that. Okay. Now many people are talking about, do I need to learn completely stock market? So depends, because stock market has multiple derivatives also. For example, if you don't want to invest into stock market, don't want to learn stock market, okay, fine, you can invest into mutual funds, because mutual fund is like a mutually people are coming together. Okay, they are putting their money into mutual fund houses. Mutual fund manager basically decides the number of stocks and all. He makes a product, and he will put your money into multiple stocks, and he will give you a name called as HDFC, some hybrid fund. So do you really need to learn or know about mutual funds in that depth, or the company where that fund manager is investing? Really not. But in the nutshell, mutual fund is like, again, they are investing your money into stock market. You are not doing actively, you are doing it passively, but they are doing it actively. Okay, so why we need to be so cautious about money? Because of economic cycle. You had gone through your corona era. There is like 30 to 40% surge in everything. Talk about car, talk about Uber thing, you name it, everywhere, wherever you go, it is like 30%, 40% corona tax been added. Okay, there are geopolitical actions. That's where when you bought a gold, probably that was a 40,000. Now, due to geopolitical reason, I had seen like last 7-8 years, it was not coming up even. Now from last 1 year, it is coming up. Precious metals are coming upside now. And there are lots of innovations are going on. You might heard about, whenever we used to use Kodak camera, where is it right now? Where is my HMT watch? There are lots of smart watches came into market. Where is my Videocon? It's gone. There are lots of LED, LCD TVs came. Where is my cable TV? It's gone. It's like smart TV came into market. So innovations will be there, and that will initially it will be costly, but afterwards it will be a really a game changer or the transformation, but it will at the same time depreciate your value also. Okay, and there are lots of special events happens around it, and that affects your money. Okay. So this is something which is applicable everywhere. It's not just the stock market. It's not just my case, your case. This is where many people are sitting around the comfort zone, whether it is a job, whether what kind of a work you're doing. Everybody is basically here. Why? Because of this fear zone. They fear, if I something happens, they don't take, they have so many excuses, and they don't want to learn new things. They don't want to challenge others, and they don't want to acquire skills and all. But if they beat this fear zone, they can move into learning zone, and that will enable the growth zone. And find out your circle of your competence, what you want to do, whether it is your professional life, because we are living literally a two life, by the way. One is a personal life, one is a professional life. Within the personal life, we need money, health, mental peace, happiness, spiritual thing. Many things are there, relationship. So it's not just we see like a one way only, but there are like multifold. Life is not just the definition of like living here and then um, we born and then we die. No, find out your, I think this will help you everywhere. Okay, and even getting into finance or financial domain to understand your money, because you know how dumb we are. I'm so sorry to say that we are working 30 days with the company. I work 23 years, by the way. 30 days we work as of, but on the first or till the fifth, you get your salary after spending 22 hard days. You get your salary because you have that skill, which that employer basically buying your skills, your money, and sorry, your skills and time into 8 hours, 22 days, and he will pay a money out from that, because he is basically trying to sell that product to somebody which is at maybe 1000x, 100x, I don't know. And that product will be stay as is as a IP, wherein if you come out after 3 years, 1 year, 5 years, you will not have any stake into that product because you even developed. You are developing for their betterment to move to the next level, whereas they will just pay for the monthly. But look at this, 30 days you are working for this money. How many times you are thinking about money to work for you? I think I would like to loudly ask this question. How many times do you think, are you planning to make your money work for you? How many times? Hardly. Look at this, 30 days we are working for money, but are you planning and thinking at least one day, sit quiet and think how my money can work for me? I think this is the problem. Okay, but you have the answer also, because as I'll tell you, every question has answer, and that answer, if the problem is you identified, you have answer also. You need to think through. That's it. So look at this guy, Warren Buffett. He observed that like people are consuming at least 2 to 5 years of 5 liters of water per day. And in US, I had seen people are not drinking water; they are drinking Coke and other beverages. That's where he has his investment into Coke. Warren Buffett. He invested into Gillette. He knows people are using blades for day-to-day basis shaving. So look at the vision. When you know these people are investing somewhere and that somewhere is very visible, you also go ahead and just copy the thing. That's it, nothing else. So to get into investing, to start into the financial journey, life, when you say life is a journey, but to start that you need a money, right? When you start from your home to office, you need a fuel to put in your vehicle, right? And that need a money. So why can't make your money to work for you now? And there are so clear visions and given by everybody. Look at this. These people have already created so many companies, and that's are like that's making a buzz and making money for others. Why can't for you? You also can make that. So that's it. There are so many visionaries available around it. There are lots of brands available around it. Now own them. That's it. If you don't, if you cannot own their entire business, but own partly at least. So you will be like a partner into their success. What kind of like a mind, or you need to do like something altogether differently? No, you need not to invent anything. Wheel is already there. It's running. You need to just tap it. That's it. So that is the idea behind here. Now, many people are thinking like trading. Trading is what trading? So buying low, selling high, that is what somebody said. So buy at somewhere here and sell at higher side. Yes, that is a trading, definitely. So this is trading. And what you need to basically do for this. So simple is like understand the fundamentals, observe the market, rule, risk, more check back, do the back testing, how particular stock is working or particular mutual fund is working. And then find your basically some kind of a strategy rules and then invest it accordingly. This is something which is like very common. We call in very simple PDCA: plan, do, check, act. Plan it, do it, check, make the adjustment, and then act it again. So this is how we manage our even see. I'll tell you, you are the biggest successful manager in your life. Why? Because you're earning money in an entire year, then you are managing your home, you are giving your like what do you call your loans, liabilities and all. You are building your asset also. Right now it is like liability, but eventually it will be asset. But I think if you do it in a proper fashion, planned manner, you are doing it, but I think you are not assessing it properly. Okay. Are you like what should be done is like every month download your bank statement, check what are the things been basically spent. Okay, this is what 10K you have and you spent, let's say 8K. That's 2K you have in your hand. Now this 8K, check how that has been spent. Was it like really want or necessary or what kind of expenses? And next year, adjust accordingly. And I will bet you after 6 months, you will be altogether a different person. And your this instead of 2K, you will be saving your 5K. That is also possible. So you need to sit and do it. You need to plan and do it. So yeah, trading is something which is buying low and selling high. That is absolutely sure and correct. Let's understand what is like. I'm talking about Indian market, but it is exactly replicating other markets also. Talk about US, UK, or anywhere. You just name it. It is exactly same. Okay. So market is which has like a two types of market, which we call primary and secondary. Primary is like you might heard about IPOs, a newly launched companies. Those are asking for investment. That is IPO. Those are already established. Those are into secondary market. But the path is like they need to go through primary and then it will become a secondary. So those are having a trading account right now. Those you are basically buying and selling. That is like secondary market. But the first time, like a Tata Technologies, they came. So primary market, they'll have to enter into primary market. So company will sell all the shares to the end users, and then they will come into secondary market, and then buyers and sellers will come. Here, company to customer. Here is buyers and sellers will deal. Okay, and there are lots of other entities involved into that. Some instruments like equity is like a stock, hybrid combination of that, debt is like a fund. Those you can use. Hybrid is also can be a fund, and then intermediate is like bankers will be there, brokers will be there, stock exchanges will be there, some underwriters will be there, and regulators is like SEBI is regulating everything, the stock exchanges, everything. Okay, and on SEBI there is a RBI. Above RBI, you know, the finance ministry, and then government of India. And there are lots of who basically invest into the stock market, individuals like you and me, intermediaries like mutual fund houses, corporate like HDFC Bank, CRA, some other what do you call the uh, regulatory bodies. These also though also can invest, their subparts also can be invest into there. Then your banks, foreign investment, local institutions, so those can invest. So this make the complete stock market or capital market. It is called as same capital market, financial market, stock market, share market, everything is same. Okay, this is very clumsy diagram, but if you can maybe divide into three parts, it will be very easy. I'll tell you, this is one, this is two, three. That's it. Now read from here. All these people are like here we are buying a stock. So you'll come to broker. Broker will basically you need to pay a money. you will get your shares from the company. That once you get those shares, it will get into your CDSL or NSDL repository, and SEBI will govern everything. And these are the like some stock exchanges from which you are buying. So brokers basically availing you to give you the idea or give you the facility or platform or marketplace wherein you can buy and sell. And there are lots of banks and foreign investors, those will come. So who buys apart from you? Institutions like banks, HDFC Bank, HDFC AMC, LIC, HNI, high net worth individuals like Mr. Junjunwala, okay, Damani, promoters also there will be there. Okay, there are lots of company who owns this company. They will be the promoters of those companies. So they will directly buy from the means they will invest money. HNI directly they will connect with this NSE BSE and they will buy. Now these are the few jargons which we use day-to-day basis when we deal with the stock market. So SEBI is like your Security Exchange Board of India, then NSE is National Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, IPO is initial public offer, NSDL, which when you buy your shares, it will go into that depository. CDSL is another depository. DP is like depository participant, that is you. Credit rating agencies, there are lots of credit rating agencies like Standards and Poor's, talk about Jeffries. There is Citibank rating agency, Axis Bank rating agency. There are lots of, and AMC is wherein your mutual fund manages. This is like a mutual fund wherein it get manages. Demat account wherein you have all your stocks listed. Once you buy, it will go here. Portfolio management systems. There are lots of people, those or individuals like Anand Rathi, Motilal Oswal. Those are you can ask them to manage your portfolio also. Index, Sensex, those are index. That is a benchmarking, which is the top 50 companies are here, top 30 companies are here. Okay, so look at this. India breaks into the world top 5 economies right now. So and then in the world, it is like right now at the 5th position, whether it is a stock market, even in the economy also. So that is, I tried to add the report here. Now this is something which is like written in let's say BSE, Nifty, Shanghai. If you put your money, let's say somewhere in this, what is the percentage return year on year till date or 1 month return that has been shown here? Look at this Nifty. Nifty is like almost 11 to 12%, and this is like a monthly return is 6.54%. So this is like the return which we got, and I try to get this all information with authentic sites, not something which is copy paste or modified somewhere. Okay, this is like very old data 2021, but right now you can imagine the number of highest record of demat account being opened in India. Okay, right now this figure went into almost double, by the way. Okay, this is like talking about 2022. Okay. So many people are coming into stock market. They are trying to invest into stock market or other means of other stock market. As I mentioned, like there are multiple things. Stock market is not just that, like you are investing into stocks, mutual fund, those are stocks, ETF, exchange traded fund, that is the same. Even there are lots of other things also you can do, okay, using stock market, and people are doing it, or even funds, multiple funds, okay, even bonds also putting here by corporate bonds. So how our vision should be, how we should basically see as a stock market. We should see stock market in a three ways. One is like a short-term investment, medium-term investment, long-term investment. So because short-term is something which is like less than 1 year, medium-term is something which is greater than 1 year to 2 years, 3 years, and long-term is like more than 3 to 10, 15 years. I think we should divide those because one t-shirt will not get fit to everybody. If you plan for your, let's say, if you want to buy a car in next 1 year, so that will be your short-term goal. If you want to buy, let's say, your home, that will be medium term. Long term will be maybe retirement, your child marriages, child education. Think of those. I think those are long term, and accordingly, you'll have to plan your investment as well. Okay. So now very simple. This, if you can understand, I had given idea about like Apple seller, right? There are 10 Apple sellers. Are you going to buy from the first directly? He will say 150 rupees a kg and you will buy from first. No, you will go and ask everybody. You will check the quality. You will see the like the pricing and the freshness, everything. And then accordingly, if like it is good in quality and good in price also, you will buy. But in a nutshell, the price is like if it is a demand, if there is a demand, price will go up. If it is high supply, if there are 20 people, they will bargain and like you will get a good price. Simple. If there is a huge supply of apples, if there are 10 people, it means you will get a good price. If there are hardly 2 people are selling and there is a huge demand also, even it is like a 10 people are selling, but there is a huge demand, price will go up. So simple idea is this is if demand is high, price will go up. If supply is high, price will go down. Okay, same thing will work there. So simple, I try to add this. Price is increasing, people are buying it. Yes, it is going up. If price is going up, people are not buying, don't do anything. Prices like coming down, people are buying it, don't do anything. When price is coming down, when volume is going down, sell it. So buying condition meets here, selling condition meets here. These two conditions are contradictory. Very simple. Price is going up, volume is increasing. Volume is like number of people are buying. Conclusion is yes, go buy. If you even can simply follow this rule, you will be able to basically get into the market. So this is, I think I would go ahead and use it interactively charts rather than here. Okay. So let me go to my charts here. Okay. So this is a chart. This is a Reliance chart. Look at this. I'm converting into line. Let me make it a little bit bigger for you to see this. So this is like a line chart. Okay. And I'm like every movement is the day movement. 1 day movement. So 1 day it is like moving from here to here. This is 1 day movement, 1 day movement like this. So can you tell me what is like current movement, whether it is like in uptrend or downtrend? You know, uptrend is something which is like moving this side. Downtrend is something like this, and sideways is something market is going like this. This is a sideways. Uptrend is like this. Downtrend is like this. So can you tell me this Reliance Industry on a day trend, day time frame, whether it is going up or down or going sideways? Just type in this chat window. If it is up, type U, down, type D. If it is sideways, type S. Uptrend, good. Okay, good. So I got an answer. Most of the people are telling uptrend. Perfect. Now tell me if price is going up. Okay, and look at this, how to read this chart. This is your basically price. Price is shown here. This is like a time at the bottom. This is like July, August, all been given. And this bars, green, red bar is showing your volume. means people are participating, that is buyers and sellers. Look at this. This is uptrend. This green candle is showing like many people are buying. That is somewhere 6.1 million people bought Reliance yesterday, means on Friday. So price is uptrend, volume is uptrend. Now, can you tell me what is my action should be? Should I buy or sell? You can type B for buy, you can type S for sell, or H for hold. Wow, great. Wonderful. Okay, good. Now let me move to this is just a day time frame which I am looking. Let's go to the deeper level now. Week. What do you see in the week? This is like weekly chart right now. Tell me, what do you see here? Do you see uptrend? Do you see volume is also up? What do you see? What this weekly chart telling me? Should I buy? Should I sell? Or should I hold? Just type. What will be my action? Hold. Okay. All right. Now let's go to the monthly. Now tell me what action I should take. This one also coming up. This is like uptrend. This is also upside. So both are selling upside. What should be my action? I told you what you need to refer is this. That's it. If you can refer this one, this price and volume relationship, that will give you idea what to do. Buy. All right, good. So look at this, what answers which we got. Average is like if it is a daily, weekly and monthly, I got buy, hold, buy. This is I'm taking one example only. Now what you need to wait for is like, or even need not to wait, because the higher time frame which is showing your buy, middle time frame right now it is going into sideways, but this day is like a buy. You can go ahead and buy this. Okay, you did like a 3 level of analysis. One is a monthly, second is weekly, third is a day. So you came down top to bottom, that approach analysis you did, and that's where you got this answer. That is how, if you do it for anything, whether it is mutual fund, whether it is ETF or even stock, you will be able to make money. Okay, let's go. This is the same thing which I explained here. Short term mostly works on a sentiments, but if you really want to invest your money, go for medium term to long term. Don't get involved into short term investments, because that has mostly happened due to the sentiments. Okay, that is due to sentiments. So that's where go for like, if you're investing, try to invest minimum 3, 6, 8, 9 months or even beyond. Okay, then only you will be able to make money, because every market is like 70-60% is based on day market I'm talking about is sentimental, which is based on news, some views, some liquidity, some trend follow things that will come into picture. And that's where I will not recommend everybody or anybody to basically deal into the day-to-day basis trading. That is called intraday trading. Don't do that. Who does intraday trading? Those are purely intraday as a job. Their business is like, they don't have any job, they don't have any business. Intraday is their business. And after spending 3+ years, they are into trading, and they are doing intraday trading. Means intraday is like buy today, sell today. Buy and sell will happen same day. That is called intraday, and that will need more money, that has more risk, and it will create stress related problems also. Okay, so don't do that. So I think how to do this entire thing is like, look at the very top level, how the market is. If it is bullish, find out the good sectors. Okay. Right now, again, educational purpose, Indian market is bullish because it came from 20,000 to 25,000, 24,000 right now. Which sectors are growing? Energy, metal, cement, your financial sectors, PSU banks, railway, defense sector, all are emerging. Okay. Find out which are the like infrastructure related development where it is happening, which companies wow, basically investing into that. Increase in IPOs, that is a one factor. If you see like many IPOs are coming into a specific month, it means market is bullish. Okay. And foreign investments are coming, FIIs. Foreign investors are coming, they are investing, it means market is upside. That is the best time to invest. Okay. So simple, logical things you can see and plan. Okay. Action plan, what we should be doing now? Should we do like active or passive trading? So first of all, answer to this is like learn from those basics. And basics I told you. Okay. If you want to become like an active trader, then you have to have that much of a knowledge. But passive, yes, you can do it. Passive in the sense, no need to do so much of like their financial statement and all churning, understanding and all. But yes, basic, you can go ahead and see Nifty 50. There is like a top 50 stocks. You can go and choose and pick 10 stocks. If you have a 10,000, you put like a 1,000 into 10 stocks. Deploy your capital like this. Don't go and I have, let's say 10 lakhs. I will not go ahead and do it. I will put a 1 lakh only. Divide by 10. That is a rule generally I use for before testing anything. What is the risk? I will probably on a 1 lakh, I will take hardly 2,500 as a risk, not beyond that. If it is showing like minus 2,500, I'll take that risk. So every business has a risk. Okay, every business has a risk because when somebody is hiring you, it's a risk. Why? Because of they're spending, like they're giving salary, but they don't know whether it will basically convert into the idea, selling to the customer as a product. It will take some time, right? They are just investing. Or even if you want to start some kind of like, let's say factory of a pen, you want to create or develop a pen, like a writing pen. You need to buy a raw material. You need to have a factory. You need to have a machineries. You are putting upfront. Next day, you will not get any profit out of it, right? So that is something which is you need to think. Risk is everywhere, and you need to manage your money. Once you get like 1 lakh to 1 lakh 10,000, you should plan that hardly 5,000 you should again invest. 5,000 you should book as a profit. Okay. So that is how we should plan. Okay. I'm telling just a plan. Okay. So it is not something I had seen a people, those have earned and learned and so much of a thing, and then again invested. They never encash that money and they again invested into stock market. Don't do that. Okay. Take your share out, profit out. There are lots of analysis also available. How to start with that fundamental analysis? Very much talking about all financial statements, balance sheet, profit and loss statement, cash flow statement. If you are finance background, you will be able to do it very good way or the best way. Fundamental analysis, which we call technical analysis, which is something we are using some kind of like how price is moving. The way I showed, like a trend is moving upside, volume is up. That is called technical analysis. Nothing to do with like a fundamental. Okay, follow the action and follow the crowd and do it. Third is a sentiment analysis. There are lots of people around, or there are even when you follow some, let's say social media, there are groups also, those are discussing about different stocks, different investment ideas and all. People are basically gathering that sentiments and they are playing around it, by the way. Okay. For example, Paytm or Adani Group, when that sentiment was there down, Hindenburg started his giving the allegation about the Adani Group and Adani stock fell down. how people made money while even down market or the market was coming down. So using sentiment analysis, people made a money, by the way, while selling. So simple idea is like, if you want to start, buy your own, find out the 10 best stocks. Anybody can tell you, by the way, if you go and Google search, and right now check for next 10 months, and max loss is 10%. It means you don't need to put this money upfront. Don't do that. Don't put your money. Virtually, you do it. Virtually, it means you create an Excel sheet, find out the 10 stocks, and take those entries for the 10 months. And if a particular stock moving like a 10 less than 10%, you come out. Okay. Excel sheet, within the Excel sheet, it's a virtual trading, which we call. I'm calling paper trading or virtual trading. Okay. Don't do actual one. And once you are done, this 10-10-10 rule, if you are done and you put, let's say, virtually 10,000, and if you make even 2,000 or 2,500 out of it, it means your things are working perfectly. But by adhering to this rule, okay, then you can start investing slowly with 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, and slowly you can increase. Don't increase like immediately. Okay, this is like a stepwise approach you can take. Okay, you can identify the theme, let's say banking. Okay, find the best stock within the banking, then who is the weakest into that, and then enter into stock theme. Still it like continue is going, and then compare with the peers, evaluating the theme after 3 months. Okay, do this journey. You will be able to find out and follow the market steps, and you can make it into the stock market. Don't think like you are going to make money every day, because you are not a day trader. Think like investor. Those who are doing day trading, I will upfront tell them they are doing gambling, because day trading has 50% possibility of losing money, 50% possibility of gaining money, by the way. They will gain 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, fourth day, they will lose everything. That is what I experience. I am saying, I don't want to lie. I did the same thing. I'd gone through all the phases, by the way. Okay. So this is what you should see. Theme is something, let's say railway is a theme. Which are the best stocks are there? Find out. Which are like, theme is like a banking. Theme is a defense sector. Theme is automobile. Theme is, you name it, power sector. And then find the volume, find the price, find how many people are this. Volume and delivery is like, volume is like every day people are coming, buyers and sellers, but delivery is something out of this volume, buyers and sellers, how many people are taking as a delivery. Delivery means I'm carrying that position for the next day. Means I'm trading and I'm carrying that position for the next day. So that is like, I bought a persistent example. Okay, again, don't take it that as a investment advice or something. I took a persistent. I'm keeping it for next 1 week, 3 weeks, 1 year. That is called delivery. And when I am not taking delivery, it means I'm buying today, selling today. That is called intraday. Keep in mind, one is like a positional trading, one is the same day buy sell. Okay, look at this few of the data which I tried to add here. 1981 gold price. Look at the gold price. Silver price. Look at the silver. But Sensex, look at the 340x times. So which is like a very proven. And whenever you invest into stock market, mutual fund or ETF, exchange traded fund, it works with the compounding interest, power of compounding. Means it is not just double, triple, 3x, 4x, 5x. Look at the number. Somebody had invested 170 rupees today. This is like old data again. Okay, I'm talking about 2022. Right now it is 80,000 rupees, by the way. Same thing. So look for a long term. Okay, the problem is patience. Okay, problem is patience, and that's where other benefits also you get. You get a dividend bonus, stock split, right issues, buyback shares, all these things you get as an additional from corporate actions, which will be on top of it. It is like this is the final price, but you get a dividend per share dividend every quarter, every year. Bonus. Wipro had given like a bonus like a 1:2, 2:5. Many times that had happened. Stock gets split, like Persistent got split. It went to 8,000, 9,000. It got split. You get like a two stock. They will buy back also at a very higher price, like at 15 to 20% more than what price is going on in the market. So look at this. These are the things which you get when it comes to stock market. So lots of corporate actions parallelly going on. That is like people are buying, selling. People can invest into shares. People can invest in indices also, like Nifty 50, ETF, exchange traded fund also. Commodity you can invest like metals, gas. Even you can invest into currency, INR, dollar. Mutual funds also you can do. Okay. I haven't explicitly not included crypto because it is not regulated by Indian government. Okay. So I'm not a big fan of a crypto. Now this is like stock and mutual fund. Look at this. These are I'm going to share these slides also. I have your email addresses. I'm going to share the slides. Even this recording to you, you can download from, or I'm going to share a link. You can download directly from there. Okay. So this is like very simple definition about what is a stock, what is a mutual fund, how basically how this value been calculated, and what about the risk level it has. So this is very simple depiction, information about stock versus mutual fund. Mutual fund is like combination of multiple stock. That's it, nothing else. Okay. So right, so this is like I had added even features. You can what you can do. I don't want to get deeper into this because most of the like main multiple information can create a confusion for you. Okay. Your equity mutual fund is nothing but individual stocks being added into your this, and that is like a mutual fund combination. It is a basket of multiple stocks, and individual stocks, HDFC, ICICI, Tata Motors, those are your stocks. So difference is like if you go for, let's say, why people wants to invest more into ETF nowadays, because of this. Okay, and then fees. Look at the fees. Mutual fund has more fees. They don't trade on the exchange. It's offline. You don't know what is the rate. It's going to be evening. Intraday you can't do. You cannot get money same day in the mutual fund. Transparency is absolutely not there. There are lots of expense ratio. This is like very higher. When they are dealing with your money, they are investing, they are taking decisions. They will like the management charges are this. It's very high compared to ETF. So that's where people are slowly taking control of their money and putting their money into ETFs compared to the mutual fund. So these are the tools wherein you will be able to, the tool which I'm currently using, like investing.com. There are lots of tradingview.com, charting, screeners. These tools will help you to do analysis and everything. Even paper trading, the way I talked about, like taking 10,000, 1,000 and investing into 10 by 10 by 10 rule, you can do it using these two tools. I'm going to share this presentation so you can download these tools or use. It's mostly online tools. Okay, mostly online. Nothing wherein you need to pay to anybody, by the way. So simple. This is the Reliance stock. You talk about Tata Motors. So this is the Tata Motors. Look at this. Okay, this is more or less it is like sideways market. Weekly, if I see, this is again sideways market. If I talk about monthly, it is up, but right now it is below to this one. So that is the how you can basically correlate the trend of the market. and invest accordingly. Okay. Let me go. So these are the saying. Those are like when people are greedy, they are buying more. But when people are fearful, they will sell. And you should be greedy when somebody is selling. So that is the overall idea. Like when somebody is selling, and that sell is happening very rapidly, find out the position where you can buy. And when people are like buying, don't buy that time. Okay, that is exactly opposite we should do. That is what the Warren Buffett's message is. Okay, so if you want to take a control of your finances, at least investment, I'll say, you need to take at least a small step. Don't take it like a you go ahead and invest 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh. Don't do that. Start with 1,000 rupees, start with the 5,000 rupees. Take a small step and learn from it. Utilize for the bigger picture down the line after 1 year. Okay, that will give you a good idea, and that learning will happen, and that will be, I'll tell you, everything what has been learned through our school, colleges, I think that is for our job, not for making more money, by the way. How long you will be surviving into this market, your market, IT or whichever field you are, you need to read and learn and get to the next skill level so that you should be good, go ahead with or compete with others and stay and secure your positions. But once you are into stock market or the financial market, I think that is something which is like wherever you want to go, you can. Yes, it is possible. And you are not competing with me. Once you start even trading, investing, I'm buying, let's say Tata Motors, you are buying HDFC Bank. You are not my competitor. Whenever I am, why stock market or investing is so uh, fascinating because of 5 reasons. Number one, you need not to work for somebody. Number one, you're not when you are doing trading, investing, you are like nor a employer nor a employee. Number two, you can work from anywhere. Number three, you need not to create a product or sell any service. Number four, you need not to find some buyers or sellers to sell your stock or buy your stock. Number five, freedom. So there is a huge lot of freedom, and investment is very less. You need a one system, internet connection, your broker account done. Nowadays, there is a multiple account wherein you can do mutual fund, ETF, US investing, your India investing, everything from a one account only. Okay. Okay, all right. I think we are almost done with my session, but I try to keep it like a very high level rather than going into deeper. But if you have any questions so far, so I'm going to open floor to ask whether you want to ask using your microphone. I have given already access to open that, and if you don't want to using your microphone, you can type your question. I'm happy to answer. Also, for a couple of other users, I made like a Google Sheet also. They can enter your like offline. They can put a question. I can answer their question also. Yes. So I'm open for questions. So I got one question is like, uh, what is the next action if new to the stock market? Simple, very simple. How I started is like in my previous couple of slides, you might have seen. The first is like Nifty 50. What is those Nifty 50 stocks? I will just list down those things. Okay, I will list down the Nifty 50 stock, and out of that, what are those brands are associated with those Nifty 50 stocks? I will write it down. let's say if I'm using my bank account is an HDFC, and HDFC is one of the Nifty 50 stock. And then my company is also transferring my salary account as a salary and all into HDFC Bank. Yes, I will go ahead and I think utilize one of the like for first 10 stock. I'll go ahead and use HDFC Bank as a like the out of that 10 stock. Number one. Number two, are you using Colgate? Yes, in the morning I'm using everyday Colgate. Ask others also. What are they using? Colgate, Dabur, whatever. And if you see your answer is more than 70% Colgate, go ahead and add your second stock as a Colgate. Use third one. Are you using petrol every day? Which petrol pump you are going? Is it like HPCL, IOCL, what petrol or BPCL? See which petrol pump has more like a rush. People are buying from there. Add the third one. Which biscuit are you eating every day, or your family or your neighbors or your friends? Check if it is Britannia. Your fourth company will be Britannia. Done. And whenever you see price volume upside, buy it and initially go and buy only one stock, one share. So there is no question of losing it. Okay, just buy one. Just do this activity at least for 90 days, minimum 90 days. If you follow this plan, find out 10 best stock, stick to the 90 day this plan, then carry along for 10 months. If it is like 10% plus minus some any of your stock is giving 10% minus, let's say the loss, come out from that, go to the next stock, or don't invest even that, or whichever giving good one, invest into that. Just follow along that. That's it. I am not telling to learn so many deep things, and because if you want to make like your stock market as a business or your secondary job, then yes, I will tell first thing, learn fundamentals, learn technical analysis, and practice at least for 1 to 2 years, and then start investing, start trading and investing. But as a really beginner, I started this way. I got one more question is like ETF. What is ETF? ETF is exchange traded fund. Exchange traded fund, like the way mutual fund works. Similarly, exchange traded fund works. Only mutual fund you cannot trade. You need to just buy and forget and sell whenever you want. You get only NAV, that is a value which you buy and sell. But exchange traded fund available into broker's account, you can buy and sell by yourself. When you put a buy and sell here with the mutual fund, your fund manager basically place order. You are just sending the request to buy and sell. That's it. And they have a complete control here to when to buy, when to sell. But ETF is like something real stock market fund. Real means you are buying here, okay, selling here, buying here, selling here. That you are doing it. You are pressing the buy button. That is the difference. Okay, one more question which I got from the Zoom meeting is like, can I do only fundamental analysis? Yeah, it is possible that you can only rely on fundamental analysis, but fundamental analysis only can be used for long-term investment, and long-term means more than 3 years. So fundamental analysis is good for long-term investment. So sub question from him is like, can I use a technical analysis only for the long-term investment? You can, but my suggestion would be the 30, 40, 50% you should use fundamental, and remaining 30, 40, 50% or 50, 50% fundamental and technical analysis. So next question from the same person is like, how long it will take to learn fundamental analysis? It will take at least 1 month's time to learn fundamental. Technical analysis was almost same, 1 to 2 months. And overall, you can become a like, I would not say expert, but you will know in and out. Then you need to apply the knowledge, because everybody is learning Python or some other language. That doesn't mean he can create like application out of it, right? Same way, This is like a learning. You need to use it, those statements, queries, so you can become an expert. All right. So I'm taking like some other questions in a offline mode. What other things which we do to achieve this? Like we are doing consulting, counseling services also in a financial investment. I'm not saying you should buy this, okay? But what other things which we do, I thought I should just share with you. So we are doing financial investment planning and advisory services, but those are educational purpose. It means I will not tell you that go ahead and buy 1,000 shares in HDFC. Okay, but we will guide you how to find the best stock from the stock market. Okay, how to define your financial goals also. Okay, so that we will do. And then leadership and some management related trainings which we do take, psychology and mindset related trainings which we take. We are setting up a goal like the way you set goals for your company. Similarly, we set goals for personal career planning, productivity, and the timing, how to use your time effectively, critical thinking, and then dealing with the difficult people, those things which we usually do. And we are taking like corporate trainings for that. Okay. So we have so many programs also parallelly which we run. Those are like, as I mentioned, like I'm not selling. That's where you will not see the pricing here or anything, but we do run couple of sessions. That is like financial planning and investing, very specific ultimate guide to the mutual fund, and then stock market beginners, which half of the session which you've seen already here. This one. Okay. Then intermediate value investing, fundamental analysis, technical analysis. This is complete full 6 days over weekend or even weekdays also we can check. And then this is future options. We just stop this. We don't take nowadays this one. So at the same time, those are good at like investing, trading. We are funding to those people also. There is like a plan wherein we fund, we provide like a money to trade or invest, and we take basically some share, and that person will take some share, something which we started in India first time. Okay. So bonus giveaway is like something which I should, but I'm not putting numbers here, but yeah, what you will be getting. So look at this. I'm not giving like this courses which I showed here, which is not, I'm not giving 10%, not 20%, or even 50%. You will be getting like those are already registered. Those people will be getting 50% discount. Only condition is like you need to register any of the courses, and those are like, I'll tell you, it is not so expensive also. Only thing is this course is expensive. This course we scrapped. We don't have this course. We stopped this future and option and all. Okay. But this course is like very extensive, which will go for at least minimum 1.5 months. And that's where this course is expensive. Otherwise, this course is very, 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 very cheap. You can afford, you can consider your 1 month's maybe the petrol cost. Okay. And on top of it, you get a 50% discount if you enroll today or immediately only. This is valid for today. And again, we will not take more than 5 people in a batch. And we are only creating 2 batches only. That's it, nothing else. Because that is not like training is not our business, by the way. My model is altogether different. Okay. So done before that, I think to get to show the motivation rather than just talking. I'm not going to share much of the details, but look at the numbers. I'm sharing some of the details of my one trading account, which is like my daily profit and total profit, which I started on a Friday, by the way. So I'll not give like a wrong commitment or anything. This is not, I'm saying I'm a trader and investor. I'm not a trainer, by the way. Okay. So my purpose to show this is like I'm a hands-on guy. I spent in IT 23 years. Now I started my journey 7 years back into finance also, because due to certain conditions and people who lost their jobs in early days. I had seen that in my organization, in my team also. I I told them let go. So that's where I thought let's make some parallel mechanism which can basically use it this as a like money making or the at least your passive income. So this is what my very small account I'm showing. I don't want to impress you guys. Okay, you take your own decisions. Everybody has your own like thought process, thinking mind and all. And but to give you an idea, there are lots of things can be done in this space. Okay, as I'm like IT person, what how I am doing it, I'll show you. I'm like very crazy about what I'm doing. Let me show you something which is look at this. This is something which is a trading view platform. Just for the information, look at this, and then I will just hide this and I will put like Reliance. So this is Reliance Industries. Okay, look at this. This is the chart. And if I enable this, which has been programmed here in the Pine language, this is a programming language, which you see, I did program this. And on the basis of that, it will automatically tell you where to buy. Can you see this? Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. This is on a day chart. If you are a day trader, you can use this. But if you are like, if you want to keep it in months, look at this buy signal came here itself. So if you have bought here to here, I'll tell you the percentage of income here. So this is like 11%. How many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days, 11%. Okay. So look at this. This is possible. This is possible for you also. Look at this. How many days? Which I said 6 days. Look at a 6 bar because it's a like sorry 6 weeks. 6 weeks. You got like somewhere. Oh, I think probably not measured properly. So this is the 12% in 6 weeks, wherein you need to put same like amount in the bank for at least a year to make it 7%. So it is possible. Look at this. This buy came here. If you bought it here, probably look at this. Still sale is here. If it is month, it will give you a signal very early. Look at this here. Still sale is not here. It means it is still going up. So this is one way to basically how I am like fundamental and technical analysis. I am doing it using some kind of like programming. Similarly, I'll show you something which is really it will fascinate you as well. So users Pawan documents. So 200. Let me make it bigger for you. Sorry. So I'm using multiple systems. So SM Python, that is a Python coding, which I have done here. So I'm in Python. Now see if I say Python and trend Nifty. So this will basically show this is a Python code, which I did. Okay, which will show output in a minute. Look at this. This is running my code. So I'm not just limited to the fundamental, technical or beyond. I am using my IT related skills here to work on my investing and trading also. So this is like a scanning all the stocks and coming with my technical analysis now. Yes, look at this. This is showing all the information now. 1 month breakout, 5-day breakout, 1-day breakout, and it is giving me idea that Adani Port we should buy. BBB is like buys. SSS means sell. Mixes don't do anything. Look at this. So this is where, if you see here, this is mixed. Divis Lab, everything, even HDFC Bank. So I am using this for my trading purpose. So I am like offloaded. I have offloaded almost 80% of the work using technical analysis with the help of programming. Okay, with the help of programming. So I think hope you understood what I mean to say. So there are lots of things which, let's say I want to do some kind of a this one. Take an example of this one. Instead of this, I will go for a smaller one. Here, small set of programming. So Python, and then this program, which will give you like the which stock is like in a strong buy condition right now. I know we are reaching to our time, but yeah, look at this. Recommendation came for the Aurora Pharma. Look at this strong buy. Let's go and check. Sorry about this. Auro Pharma. So here is Aurobindo Pharma. Look at it. This is like a buy came here and it is moving upside. This is on a month. Let's talk about day now. Yes. 3 days back, it came a buy signal here and it is moving upside. So yes, it is like a good buy or the best buy it is showing. I'm not saying anything. I'm not giving any basically recommendation tips or anything. My program, my ideas, which is in my mind, I added into programming, and programming basically scanning all the stocks, which I know the brands, and that's where it is basically showing that idea to me. Second is BDL. Look at this BDL. Bharat Dynamics. Look at this. This is also moving, and yeah, it is uptrend. So buy came here. This was the line. So here it is. This is like BHEL, CG Power. Let's see. BHEL. This is a BHEL right now. This is moving upside. Look at this buy came 3-4 days back, and then CG Power. This is CG Power, which is already moved here, and it is telling us that go ahead, and that's like a strong buy. Divis Lab, Gujarat Gas. So Gujarat Gas Limited. Look at this. This is also, it was sell, now it is moving upside. So yeah. So these are like a candlesticks pattern. I can convert into a regular line also. Okay. So once you learn, I think you will be able to understand this language also. The way we speak Hindi, Marathi, right? ABCD. Okay, Barakhadi. Similarly, stock market has its own language that is like your to read the charts. This is like a candlesticks. Green is like a plus that is moving up. Red is like coming down. Okay, that is a part wherein you can learn. Okay, all right. I think all right. Thank you so much for your time. And then let me know. I think if you want to learn some other topic or anything, you have my WhatsApp number. You can chat with me. I won't be able to take your calls because parallelly, as I mentioned, like I'm working with other companies also. I'm doing multiple things. Even I have a company in Bangalore wherein my expertise into the cyber security. So I'm a cyber security expert. So I'm doing multiple things together. So it would be really, really impossible to take your call. But yeah, if you can maybe send me a WhatsApp message. I will happily answer your questions. Any question before leaving this session? Okay, looks like not. People are typing their messages and then putting there into the Google chat, Google form itself. But this is not the end. Okay, this is like your start. Think like that. Start your journey into financial things also, because you can save anything. But I think for the money, you need to learn that skill also parallel, because that will help you to thrive and help in your journey, life journey, financial journey, your everything. Happiness comes from that. Okay. All right then. Thank you and good day.